everybody, and welcome back to Late Night with Marley. I am here with none other than Justin with Roots of Rebellion. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What up?
I know you all are clapping at home. It's okay. I'll have the sound effects, but how are you?
Doing well. It's another beautiful morning. Just living life, drinking some coffee, recharging, getting ready for work.
Evening. It's late night. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No, it's early morning.
But if you don't go to sleep, then I think you can still count it as late night, early morning.
Yes, I will do that. I did not get much sleep. But, so tell us what you've been up to. Tours, shows, everything.
A lot. So we went on a 6-week run out to California, the Pacific Northwest, Colorado, and New Mexico with this band called Through the Roots.
Oh, awesome.
Based out of San Diego, California. Just killer musicians, and we linked up on a tour with them, being the opening band, and you know, they were on this tour for them was the one where we're coming out with our new album, and then we just came out with our new album as well, so we were kind of trying to use that tour, use that momentum, we played Cali Roots Festival in Monterey, so we're just trying to use all that momentum to just kind of like propel the album forward and things like that.
So speaking of the album, it is doing pretty well. Yeah. How well is it doing?
So hit #1 on the Billboard reggae charts, which is, you know, most definitely not expected. You know, we put our hearts in it. We put so much hours, so much love into it. And, you know, we were sitting on this project for over a year since we first recorded the first notes of it. And it's just like you're so anticipated to get it out to everybody, have everyone hear it, have everyone listen to it. You think it's the best stuff, but then it's like, man, I hope it's like received as well as I think it's going to be received. And you never know until it finally comes out. And, you know, it came out and, you know, we put out our singles and they got a lot of attention. And then, then we put out the album and it just got so much love.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I love you guys. Oh my gosh. So tell me about, like, how has your journey been just from before, you know, you joined the band, or how did you get you're one of the founding members? Are you one of the founding members? How did the band get started?
Not technically a founding member, but very early on before we started touring. So the band started off with guitar player Austin, another guitar player Dylan Fitch, Alec Noonan, and then Troy Wiggins on drums. And it was pretty much everybody went to Belmont, and, you know, we all come from different musical backgrounds, but the one thing that we all kind of like locked in on was like reggae. And that was like, you know, it just started off with jamming and things like that, and then playing house parties and getting shows. And then from getting shows, just linking up with other bigger bands that are in the scene right now. And then, you know, when we saw that, it's like, oh wow, we actually have like a product that we can work with and, you know, like reach people with. Then, you know, we started trying to take it more seriously and, you know, spend time out on the road and just go to different places, go to different, you know, states that we've never been before, you know, and just trying to spread positivity through music.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Like I'm you know, a big fan of reggae music. So I first heard you guys, when was it? That was, I think 2012. Y'all were playing a show at 12th and Porter when 12th and Porter existed still. Yeah. And I think weren't you all the main act? I'm pretty sure you were the main act. Yeah.
Was it the 420 Bob Marley Reggae Folk Fest?
Yes.
It was
it was a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I was just like, dang, you're trying to hit everybody. You're trying to get everyone in Nashville.
True. My friend was like, you have to go. You have to see these guys. So she was talking about y'all, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh my gosh, they're awesome. And then I found out you knew people I knew. I was like, oh my gosh.
So many mutual friends.
Right.
I feel like that's how it is if you're from Nashville. Right. You've been here for years, you know, you just like, it's like, man, all these people that I grew up with, you know, it's like, or like in scenes that I grew up in and stuff, like just doing like African drumming and like kind of like world music with my uncle and things like that. So it's just you kind of like, you meet these people in these markets and these little scenes while you're young, and then you grow up and you're just like, oh wow, you're like doing it, you're like killing it, like it's refreshing.
Right, it is, and I think Nashville is just that place where people just like entertainment and performance, and I see that. And by the way, your uncle is freaking awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Baba Musa.
Shout out to Baba Musa. Yeah. You are really cool. been to y'all's jam sessions before too.
Nice.
So
The block parties.
Yes,
Yeah,
those are so fun.
those are staples. Remember?
So what's next?
So pretty much we're about to go on our East Coast tour with our album. So we just had our, the album's been out since the end of May.
Ooh.
We just had our CD release show in Nashville last week at the Exit Inn, killer show. And now we're pretty much just making our run through like what we would call our kind of home base markets, like on the East Coast, Southeast, like Ohio, St. Louis, things like that. So these markets that, we spent years in to help build up, because they haven't heard the new album yet. So it's like, you gotta like bring it to them,
Yes, very true.
And then, of course, the grind of writing music never stops. It's just always trying to have more product to put out there, more things to just, mess around with. And, being a performing musician, you have the demand of your listeners who like, they want you to play that one song that really speaks to them, or that hit, or those things that like they really connected to. And then as an artist, you're kind of like, all right, we played this a lot.
Right.
Let's like reinvent this, or like change it up, or like make it refreshing for us. So it's like kind of finding that balance of doing the things that like people want to hear because they haven't heard as much of the new stuff, but at the same time like keeping things like current for you, so you're still like enjoying yourself, like going out and playing music, because it can get monotonous. Like I will say, being on the road isn't easy. Like being in the van with 6 dudes, it's just like, man, I'm as close to these guys, or closer than I was with some exes I've had in my life. So it's just like you form like a super close relationship, but you gotta know how to deal with people and respect everyone's time, because it's all valuable. But
that's very true.
yeah, being it's not easy, but we wouldn't do it if it wasn't rewarding. And what we bring to people, or at least what I like to think we bring to people, it's just like positive vibes. And if you're down, if you're having a hard day, you're not looking forward to the day, then hopefully the positive message in our music is something that will help lift you up, or at least help you get through one more day without having questioning, like, man, am I doing this right? Is this where I should be? Is this where I want to be? So
I appreciate that sincerity.
Yeah.
And I think that's a part of the success in your music, is because it's genuine and it's like coming from a real place.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm going to go put on the album.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
It gets you inspired.
Like, really? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So what is, this is my last question for you, and I'll let you go. So what is one thing you want people to like keep in mind as far as being, because you're a rising musician, you guys are, gaining, attention,
Yeah.
and kind of speedballing into that, direction of like superstardom. So, and what is one thing you want, aspiring musicians to keep in mind, when getting or growing to that place?
My biggest thing is never give up and do what you want to do. Like I've been fortunate, and this is not the case with everybody. I've been fortunate enough to have parents who have they're just like, oh, I don't want you to get in trouble. So you're going to do music, you're going to be doing dance. Like they had me involved in everything. And like before I even started playing trumpet, like drums were like my first instrument that I ever started on. It was just like, but then it's like, I got to a point where I was like, Mama, I wanted to play saxophone, but they wouldn't let me in middle school. So I chose trumpet. And she like promoted everything. And then having an uncle like, Baba Musa, who's just like, as soon as I learned to play trumpet, haven't even played my first, show with the middle school band, he's just like, all right, you're playing, like you're doing shows now. Oh, you can play trumpet. And he's like, oh, I got something for you.
That's so cool.
So then it's like, me and my brother that's older than me, Jeremic, who plays keys and trombone, then it was just like, he just like swallowed the sin, got my cousin, his son, Musa's son, into it, like drumming and stuff. So it was just like, as soon as like we had a new skill musically, he was like quick to jump on it and like acknowledge that. And a lot of people don't have that sort of encouragement. They're told that, you shouldn't do this. This isn't a smart choice. This isn't like, you know, you should find something that's stable. And all of that's cool, but I think you need somebody like in your corner who like tells you to like, if that is your dream, you know, you need somebody like on your side to help promote that, just for own personal growth, you know. So I think biggest thing for anybody coming up, doing the music scene, it's hard. It's a grind, you know. It's like pretty much starting your own business and going to investors and trying to like promote yourself. And it's just like you can't give up at the first sign of adversity or difficulty, or because things got hard. Because then if everybody quit at that point, then we wouldn't have anything. So.
Ooh, that is wow.
Yeah.
That is a great conclusion. I'm like, really, you're speaking to me. Really,
Yeah.
speaking to me.
No, it's just it's a beautiful thing, because it's like I've met amazing people, I've met beautiful people, I've met great role models, and from being role models I want to emulate what they're doing, and role models that I'm just like, all right, maybe that's not the move for me, you know,
Right.
and things like that. So it's just being around people, seeing people who, I'm sure we all have that band, that artist, you know, when we're feeling down and we're feeling some type of way, we're just like, man, let me just like hop in my bed, you know, maybe throw the covers over my head and like throw that album on, you know, and it's like, feels good knowing that that feeling I get from listening to certain musicians is like what people feel from listening to my music sometimes. And I doesn't get much better than that.
That is oh my gosh, that's like, I'm really happy for you, like, for
Thank
real.
you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Like, little bro. Look, thank you so much. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
no
being on
problem.
the show. You
So
were,
great to be here.
Oh my
Great to
God.
have this opportunity.
It's good to see you again. It's
Yeah.
been it really has been a while.
It has.
So.
Yeah, because I'm trying to even think that Waffle House night was a minute ago. And what show did we see that night? Do you?
It was Ritz. Shouts
Alright,
out to
yeah.
Ritz.
Yeah. I think that might have been my first Ritz show. First or second.
Yeah.
Never
he's-
seen him before. Homie
amazing.
Sean told me about him. He's like, dude, I'll pay for your ticket. Just come out. And I was like, so? I can do that. And then-
You and I just interviewed him.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
this stuff. But everybody, thank you so much. Do not go away. We have so much more coming up on Late Night with Marley.
Awesome. Thank you.